Hey guys, Alex Reyes here from Point Fighter Radio, and today we're going to be talking about world championships, okay? There's many different ways to be a world champion. Now, this has been the talk of the week on Facebook out there, so we're going to break down the championships and what are their goods and what are their bads, okay? So NASCA, all right, world champion in NASCA, you have to accumulate points. There's a bunch of tournaments. You get points for first place, second place, third, etc. Now, in order for this to work, though, you need people chasing the points, all right? And they also got to join the NASCA membership and pay. So I've seen it happen, and it's awesome when there's a race for that title. I personally won a title in NASCA like that, and there was 4 guys, and it came down to like 100 points each. It was very exciting. I've seen it happen with the kids and before, but you don't see it happen as much now. So that's the one bad thing about it. If there's, you got to pay the membership. You take third place all year, the person doesn't join that's beating you, you're world champion. That's a flaw. Next, NBL. NBL has a great structure. You go to the regionals, you get a seed, and then you get points as well. And then you go to the Super Grands, which is like a Super Bowl. And then depending on your seed, you fight less. All right, a higher seed fights less to win the world title. Very nice. It is the kicker on this. It's a week long, and it's usually during the holidays. So you got to take your family or single. It's hard to make it sometimes for people, but people do end up making it, okay? And then you got the world championships, country versus country, Olympic style, which is like the WKC, the WKA, ISK, etc. All these type of leagues, and it's very cool. You go to a qualifier, you qualify, you represent your country, you fly out as a USA team, team Cuba, team Italy, team France, and you fight against other countries. Very cool. The knock on that is lack of sponsorship. It's hard to get sponsors to pay for you to go out there. So what happens, if you're a top fighter, usually top fighters are sponsored by their teams. They don't really pay to travel as much, so they don't get the sponsorship. They don't go. So that's what happens. Sometimes lack of sponsorship doesn't give these tournaments the great fighters. Okay, so that's the knock on that. Now, the bottom line is there's a lot of hate out there going critics, people criticizing people that they won titles and didn't win. I mean, all the knocks on these things are not good. It's not productive, all right? Number one, these people work hard. It's not their fault who shows up and who pays their membership. So I don't like to see some of that. Okay, now, the word world title. Some people say you don't travel outside the country, this, that, okay? World title is more of a credential. If you're a promoter, it looks good that you have a world tournament. Marketing, advertising, trying to get sponsors. That's what the whole sport's about, trying to get more. So you want to market yourself good. World sounds better than national. I think that's really the main thing. And then as a fighter, you want world titles for your dojo, right? You have your school. You want your world championship titles. You want to be, say, you're a world champion. That helps you pick up students. It makes your credentials, okay? Now, the bottom line is that really the true best world championship, I think, is respect by the top fighters. You go out there and you beat a Raymond Daniels, Jack Felton, Ross Levine. You go out there, you line up in front of these fighters, and they line up in front of you and they show you respect. That's a world title in itself. That's the most important thing, that you got to go out there. You can be a world champion and not win, right? And people are not going to respect you like that. So that's what it comes down to, is respect. But also, world titles, if you think about it, Raymond Daniels, Jack, Jody, all the best, Pedro, anybody, they all have been NBL champions, NASCA champions, one of either or, okay? So it's something that you get if you win. If you win, you're a champion. Titles will come. You don't have to worry about it, okay? So this is Point Fighter Radio. I hope you enjoy this one. Coming up now after this are some great tournaments. Make sure you support them. Thank you for supporting Point Fighter Radio. Like, share, comment, and thank you for watching.